Hi, I'm Matt Wegner with FinancialExcellence.net. You know, I am continually amazed by the number of people I see in today's society that are so focused on impressing other people and keeping up with the Joneses by lavish spending above their means and going into huge amounts of debt just so that they can give off this impression that they're wealthy or they have lots of money. It's simply not true today. In fact, I see it all the time with financial professionals who I guess I would consider to be, to some extent, my peers in the financial world, although they've got a totally different business model. These people, I know some of them, I've had some of them as clients, and they're going out there and they're spending, they're buying a brand new car with sometimes a $400 or $500 or even a $600 a month payment to give off the air that they are wealthy and they have lots of money, and implying because of this that they have that they're trustworthy with their money. That's simply not true. In fact, your possessions, your belongings are not an indicator of your financial trustworthiness. In fact, they're an indicator that maybe you're spending too much and you're out of control. Our society doesn't see it that way, but let me let you in on a little secret. Tom Stanley, in his book The Millionaire Next Door, exposes who the average millionaire is today. And you might be a little bit surprised to know that the average millionaire lives just down the street from you in a modest neighborhood. They have a paid-for house. They don't drive a fancy new vehicle. They drive a paid-for, slightly used vehicle. And they live well within their means, and they're able to use the extra money that they're not spending on car payments or lavish house payments or that lavish lifestyle. They save up that money, they invest it over time, and that's how they became millionaires. And it's that lifestyle, that mindset. Once they become millionaires, they don't change. They don't start spending tons of money. They continue living modestly. And that's one of the reasons people who win the lottery, typically at least 30% of them end up going bankrupt eventually, because they're not prepared to handle their money, and they're not prepared to live modestly and put their money to work for them in a way that's smart and mature for their situation. So, my goal in all this as we work with you and with my clients is to teach them, let's live a little bit modestly and make some sacrifices now. Live like the average millionaire and invest and save our money. Our goal is to be totally weird, not like everybody else in society, but totally weird. You won't see my family driving a brand new car anymore. We drive paid-for used vehicles. We made some mistakes in the past. We bought some brand new vehicles and we lost a lot of money on the value of those. I'll never do it again. My wife will never do it again. We're going to be totally weird. We're not out there to impress people to get their business or anything like that. In fact, I make it a point to show my clients that, hey, I don't have a fancy car and I'm the guy that you're working with to get better at your money. This is an example of prudent living. This is how you should make decisions in your finances. Don't go out there trying to impress each other. So my challenge to you is to, if you haven't read it already, read The Millionaire Next Door. There's a copy of it at FinancialExcellence.net in our bookstore. But go out there and find out, do a little research on your own. Don't just take my word for it. Figure out what the average millionaire is like and what they do with their money. If you want to be a millionaire, do what millionaires do. So start with this book, figure out what they're doing, and start making decisions with your money that aren't what everybody else is doing or your broke brother-in-law is doing or says is the best deal. Don't listen to that. Do what millionaires do. That's how you become a millionaire. Thanks for listening.